Hess's opened in 1972, ahead of the construction of the remainder of the mall, which opened on August 16, 1973, with only Hess's as the anchor. BonTon replaced Hess's in 1994. Clover was added as a second anchor in 1982, closing in 1996, and by 1998 it was replaced by Boscovs, which would later add another 100,000 square feet to the mall. Poor Palmer Park Mall, largely neglected by videographers due to its small size, lack of fame, and its rural setting in a residential area of Palmer Township, Pennsylvania. I figured I'd give my new Pocket 2 Osmo its first real workout. Strange as it sounds these days, Palmer Park Mall was dealt a heavy blow in 1989 with the opening of Phillipsburg Mall just a short way across the Delaware River in New Jersey. The 1990s brought the mall additional problems with its aging design, the loss of Hess's and Clover, and general competition in an overmalled area of the Lehigh Valley. Finishing out the 20th century with $11 million in combined investments, the mall received a major renovation. BonTon and Boscovs replacing the vacated anchor in the final years of the millennium saved the mall from certain doom. In 2003, Priet took on full ownership by acquiring the other 50% of the mall that was owned by Crown American. Priet held on to the mall until 2015, when retail slumped too far below its expectations. In 2016, the mall was sold to CityView Commercial LLC for $18 million. BonTon closed all its locations in 2018, leaving a void in Palmer Park Mall's anchor space, which would yearly get turned into a Spirit Halloween store, as the joke always goes with vacant retail. This mall also hosts occasional events, including car shows and sidewalk sales. Other than that, it has fairly ordinary stores found in most malls, although one location that I like here is the Cloud City and the VR Cafe. The mall is currently 90% occupied, with 45 out of approximately 50 retail spaces occupied. You will see in this video that gates are down at some of the retailers who otherwise might be open on this day. I have observed that some of these places do not open on Mondays, or in some cases open later than the mall itself. This video was taken in April of 2022 as a trial run with my new Osmo, and currently, while there is no signage, the vacant BonTon is beginning to receive displays of furniture on its retail floor. I have not yet heard what furniture retailer might be moving into the space, or if it's going to occupy the entire area. However, there are a few suspicions of which company it might be. This is a very well-lit mall with natural skylights as well as some indirect electric lighting overhead, the atrium itself having the largest and highest up skylights of all. It's usually in this unofficial courtyard where they have Santa Claus, but I noticed that this year they have the Easter Bunny down at the entrance to the old BonTon. Food options are fairly limited as this mall does not have room for a food court, but of the places that are here there's at least a moderate selection. Currently this mall is experiencing a lot of tenant changes, which includes the relocated location of Spin Me Round, which originally was at Phillipsburg Mall. The old Victoria's Secret is still vacant, and for a while there was a rumor that the place might become an escape room. This area here used to have a fountain, which was removed so long ago that I don't actually remember seeing it for myself. Subway only just recently left this mall, as did Littman Jewelers, which is going to become an Aslan Jewelers soon. Like most of the malls in the Lehigh Valley, this location is very, very small. The Boscov anchor seems to be doing very well, and enough of the inline tenants have stayed for a while, leading me to believe that they're at least profitable enough to make it worth staying at this mall. This mall also has one of the only remaining Hallmark stores in the area. Back behind the old BonTons is a Jack Williams tire, and up at the front of the mall is an out parcel with a Carrabba's as well as 2 banks. All of the malls in the Lehigh Valley, with the exception of Simon-owned Lehigh Valley Mall, tend to be small like this mall, below 500,000 square feet. Officially, Palmer Park Mall is 458,000 square feet of retail space, up from being in the 300,000s due to renovations and expansions over the years. It's not known at this time if there are any plans to demolish or modify the existing BonTon, or if there are any plans to add any additional buildings into the parking lot. Of the 5 small malls in the Lehigh Valley, this one is probably the most prosperous one remaining. Whitehall Mall is largely demalled. Westgate Mall is becoming demalled. South Mall, I'm not sure what its future holds. And Phillipsburg Mall, as we all know, has notoriously been closed for at least 2 years. In the long term, I believe that Palmer Park Mall will still continue to succeed in this area. As for those interested in this mall, it appears they're in another phase of redevelopment. Since 2016, CityView has had concept art of this mall redone with new outdoor access tenants. This design has never come to fruition. As I continue to promise, early May is going to begin some upgrades to this channel with new content, including some trips outside of my area and archived footage that has been sitting around for a long time waiting to see the light of day. Stay tuned, and if you haven't subscribed yet, just click the button. You know what to do. I'll see you at the mall.